Hello, and welcome to episode 98 of the Stress Knits podcast. That is bananas. Oh my goodness, 98. Who would have thought? So, today is December 5th, 2019. I am in the midst of vlogmas. So if you're interested in that, that is also on the channel, and I've created a playlist where you can watch all of my vlogmases from 2019 if you have fallen behind or you just want to watch them again. It's just completely up to you. I just wanted to put them in a spot where you could easily find them. Yes, so this is going to be a short and sweet episode because I have a lot of making to get done by Christmas because I am losing my mind and decided to do some gift knitting last minute. Of course I did. So, hi to all new viewers. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Thank you for checking out this podcast. I really enjoy my chats about knitting and making and yarn dyeing with you. It makes me so happy to have friends, no matter how far away you are, that I can chat with about my favorite thing. Yeah, because I don't have a knitting group or anything like that. So let's get into what I'm making because there is quite a bit. And also, hi returning viewers, you're wonderful. I did not get a lot of sleep last night. I got about 3 hours and then Eliza woke up. Eliza is my daughter. She's a year and a half. Well, she's about to be a year and a half, but whoa. And so we live in, I usually do this so much better, but that's okay. We live in Metro Detroit, Michigan. And we is me, my husband Doug, our daughter Eliza, and our pug puppy Esther. Yes, and it is not snowing. We had one big snow already. We had about a foot. But it's December, I want snow. So that's a little disappointing. But it's getting cold enough to where I think it'll start snowing soon, hopefully, because they predicted that this was supposed to be a really bad winter snow-wise, like the Farmer's Almanac and all of that stuff, and it's usually pretty accurate, and so far not so much, but I'm assuming January is going to be horrible, because it usually is. Okay, so what I've been making. I have really only been working on a few things. Advent knitting started and also gift knitting. So let's talk about, do I even have everything? Yes, I do. Okay, so first in my Plystra pouch bag is my Mackworth pullover. This is something I would really like to finish by Christmas and wear it on Christmas. I am almost done with sleeve number 1. Yes, okay. So here it is. This is the Mackworth by Andrea Mowry. I was doing this as a test knit, but I failed miserably because life just got too busy. This is where I am on sleeve number 1. Sleeve number 2 is still non-existent. So I feel like I just need to designate like a night and finish this, at least the stockinette part. I tried on the sweater and it fits beautifully. I feel like I say this about every sweater that I finished recently, but I think it's my favorite sweater so far. Like, fit everything. I'm really excited to block it because I know it's going to relax a little bit. I think it's going to be beautiful. But when I tried it on, my sleeve is about here. So I probably have about 5 or 6 more inches to go because I like a long arm. Even though I have short arms, I like long arms on my sweater. So that's my Mackworth. This is Stress Knits yarn, which is my hand-dyed yarn company. The main color is Perfectly Adequate. The dark green is this green actually behind me that's drying. It is Mountain Mama. The mint green, this cute little accent, is Pillow Mint, and then the light color is a Barely There pink called Palm Lines. And this is all on my singles base, which is 100% superwash merino single ply yarn, and I just love it. And I alternated skeins, and it's just, it makes me so happy. I cannot wait to wear this. And I haven't worked on this in like a week, so I'm really, really excited to get back to it. But I have some stuff I want to get a little further before I sit down and really focus on that. Okay. And then I'm doing some Christmas sock knitting. I can't show you one of them because it is day 25 of the Stress Knits Advent calendar, and I don't want to spoil it. Can't wait to show it to you because I am so proud of this colorway. I can't wait. Okay, so this is in a bag made by my friend Julie, who is Sweet Sparrow. You should be watching her vlogmas. It's wonderful. And also just buy all of her yarn, which is Sweet Sparrow yarns, because it is the best. Highly recommend. Yes, so we did a little swap. I dyed her a sweaters quantity, and she made me this bag because I really, really wanted a bag in this fabric, and so I sent her that because I didn't really know how to sew at the time, and it was the perfect swap. So, oh, I know what I forgot. I have a finished object. So, I'll roll on over. Can you tell I'm in a good mood? Feeling good today. It's also probably lack of sleep though. Okay, so I am working on one pair of Christmas socks that I can actually show you. So this is my first sock that I finished 2 years ago. This is Jinx yarn in the Christmas Lights colorway. Unfortunately, Jinx is no longer dyeing, but you can still find some of her yarn over on D-Stash, and I'm going to be honest with you, I stock it pretty heavily because there are a few colorways that I just love and would love a full skein of. But this was one of her Christmas colorways. I actually knit my mom a pair of socks in this colorway, and I did them as shorty socks, and so I had enough to do one in my size with a shorter cuff, a shorter leg, and contrast heels, toes, and cuffs. So the contrast is Knit Picks Stroll in white, and I ran out, so I had to order a second skein of it, which is fine because it's a good contrast to have, but I am at the toe on the second sock. So I was at the gusset decreases when I picked this sock back up. And yeah, so I'm done with the foot. And I just need to knit the toe. I love these socks so much. They're so festive and happy. So I cannot wait to finish these. I still really want to cast on like a nice cabled pair of socks, and I'm probably going to do one of Jacqueline Salem's patterns. I just love her cabled patterns, and I have a pair of Christmassy Clark socks. I'm kind of thinking the Irving socks or Aster socks. It might be the Aster socks. We'll see. Because I'm just kind of craving that. But I do have a finished pair of Christmas socks, but they are not mine. So I've talked in the last episode about how we're doing a very handmade, practical Christmas for our daughter Eliza, because she's trying to take a nap so hard. We'll see how this goes. That's her tired cry, though. Yeah, she's going to sleep. I can tell that that's how she goes to sleep, is like this. Anyway, Yes, so a very practical, handmade Christmas. I'm actually going to close the door so it's not super loud. Okay, yes, because like I said, she got up much earlier and she's going down for a nap at the same time that she usually goes down for a nap. Close my laptop. Yeah, so she's just exhausted. Yeah, she's already stopped crying. She's asleep. Okay. Yes, so one of the things that I wanted to do was knit her a pair of festive Christmas socks. So I did that and I finished them. Oh, I love them so much. They're so sweet. They just make me so happy and they fit her really, really well. Yeah. Just hair everywhere. But these are knit out of London House yarns and the Yule ball colorway on their sparkle base. And then I used Wool and Vine Grim on her blitzed base, which is also sparkly, as contrast cuff and heel. I cast on 40 stitches and did 2x2 ribbing all the way around and then all the way down the top of the foot. And they fit pretty well. They're still a little big, but and I mean big like width-wise. She's a pretty tiny human, but she really loves them. She likes holding them and she'll like cuddle with them, and when they're on her feet, she'll cuddle her feet to her face, so she's really, really enjoying that. So there's my finished object. And I also want to share with you Doug's finished object, which is felting. He felted this little apple for her because apple is one of her favorite words to say and she loves eating apples. And yeah, so Doug felted her an apple. She's so sweet. So this is Eliza's Christmas basket. Okay, so that was my finished object. I showed you socks, I showed you Mackworth. Let's talk about Advent knitting. So I have my own calendar, and I also have a Sweet Sparrow Advent calendar because Julie and I swapped, which is so nice. And I love Julie's yarn so much. I'm moving some stuff around because I did this very impromptu. Okay, so with Julie's Advent calendar, I've fallen a bit behind because I'm focusing on some other stuff right now. And it takes me about an hour to get across one row of crochet. Because one, I'm not super fast at crochet. And two, I started this on mine and Doug's honeymoon. And I measured it against the bed in our hotel room, which was, I think it was a queen, and I did it so that it would drape over the sides of the queen mattress. So to give you an idea, I'm 5'2", so that's my wingspan. So it's 1 and like almost 2 wingspans. So it's quite large. So it takes a long time for me to get it across. So it's really funny because you can kind of tell where my mood changed, because originally I was just like, let's put everything in there, and then I was like, you know what, I know what I like, and this is what I like. But I will always keep this part in the blanket because I thought about starting over, but I started this on our honeymoon, so I need to keep it. So I have days 1 and 2 crocheted in, so I obviously need to do 3, 4, and 5, but I just love it so much. So day 1 was this really pretty blue with some green and brown speckles, and then day 2 is this gorgeous red that I'm kind of obsessed with. Like, I really want a hat out of it. So yes, there is my stripey crochet blanket. It's just a regular granny stripe blanket. I am doing crochets of 3, I think, is it called double crochet? In the US, I think it's double crochet. I'm doing like 3 clusters, is that the right word? Of double crochet in between each set. I don't know if that makes any sense. And then this is the crochet hook I'm using. It is a Knitter's Pride crochet hook that I picked up on our honeymoon at, what yarn store was it? Argyle in Brooklyn. Yeah. So, oh, and I'm using, it's a size E hook, which is a 4 or a 3.5 millimeter hook. And that is living in my super special basket. That was my grandma Elstone's, my dad's mom. Yes, so she would have this next to her, her chair, and she would just crochet out of it. And so I just thought I'd put my crochet blanket into it. And I know I showed this on vlogmas, but I know not everyone watches it. So I just wanted to share this super special piece with you because it definitely looks like 50s, 60s. Yeah. And it like folds up and it's a little bag. But I always have it open next to me by my office chair. I just pulled that off. Okay. So that is what I'm doing with my Sweet Sparrow Advent Calendar, and then with my Stress Knits Advent Calendar, because I remembered to keep one for myself this year. Did not do that last year. I am doing the Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart, which is her Knit Vent 2019. It's one of her patterns. And so here is where I'm at. I have finished days 1 through 4, and I just started day 5. So, yes. Day 1 is this colorway, which is called Ever Peach. And then there is Dusk. Eucalyptus is this beautiful tonal green. And then Budding Branches is day 4. And day 5 is Winter's Day. And it's just my color palette, which is a soft pink and mint that has like kind of a gray tone to it with splotches of, my hands look so gross from the dye, with dark gray speckles. I don't have gloves that work right now. I know, it's bad. But, that's why my hands are gross, because I was dyeing Mountain Mama and it stains my hands. So, Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart. I would like to have this finished by Christmas for Eliza as one of her presents, because I think it would be super cozy. We got her a tent, and I think it would just be a cute addition to that, or in the car, or wherever she wants this. So that's hers. And I love it so much. It's making me really happy. So I really enjoy knitting on this, and I usually knit on this when Eliza is awake and we're hanging out. And then I decided Doug needs a sweater for Christmas. And you're saying, Stacy, you knit him a sweater last year. Yes, I did. It didn't fit. If you remember, if you were watching, I knit the Slade cardigan by Michelle Wong, which is a seamed sweater. She's fine. Okay. I think she was just moving. Yeah, she's not crying anymore. Okay. It is a fully seamed sweater, so you knit everything flat, including the sleeves. And yeah, the shoulders were really poofy and wide, and it just looked like it flared. It just didn't look right on him, and he tried so hard. He's like, no, I'd totally wear this. I'm like, no, you wouldn't. This is ugly. I hate this. So, and again, it is not the pattern's fault. Michelle Wong is very smart. She is one of, in my opinion, is one of the best designers technically. So I know it's not her fault. It's entirely my fault because I've never seamed a sweater before. And so I'm frogging it. I have frogged the collar and sleeve number 1, but frogging Brooklyn tweed, especially when it's seamed, is a little harder than I anticipated. So a lot of the yarn's breaking. So I'm spit splicing tiny balls of yarn and yeah. So that's what's happening with that. And I cast on just a little bit ago, actually, the flax pullover by Tin Can Knits, the worsted weight version. So this is Brooklyn tweed shelter, which is worsted in the cast iron colorway. So it's just this beautiful tweedy black. This is one of the sleeves. This is the sleeve skein. That's all I got from one sleeve. And I cast on, and I have about 5 more rows before I need to change to the larger needles and put markers for the front, back, and sleeves. And then it's just raglan increases, and then once I split for the sleeves, I'm going to knit probably like an inch or 2 past, and then pick up the sleeves and knit the sleeves. I'm honestly thinking about doing them 2 at a time, but I might hate myself for that, so I don't know yet. Probably not. I hate knitting 2 at a time. Why would I do that to myself? So I will knit the sleeves first, so that way I can just knit the body around and around and around and around. And it's much easier for me to knit the body of a sweater while Eliza is awake than it is to knit sleeves, because I don't have to worry about decreases or anything like that. So hopefully I'll get it done by Christmas. I'm feeling very, very determined. I know this is tiny, but I think I'm going to be able to do it. So we will see on that. I am knitting some hats for my nieces and nephews, but there's nothing to write home about yet. Hopefully I'll have 1 or 2 finished by the next time we chat. Yes. So I did make a few purchases. Yeah, because I like to support other dyers and other companies when I can. I can't always, but there are so many talented dyers, there are so many talented yarn companies that I love supporting when I can. So one of them is Brooklyn Tweed, again, because mine and Doug's anniversary is coming up. And I apparently, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just want to knit him sweaters because he's been asking for so long. And he deserves them. And he would wear it, and yeah. So I bought a sweater quantity of Brooklyn Tweed Loft in the sweatshirt colorway. So it's just like the most perfect medium gray. It's actually very similar to this sweatshirt, which is his. Yeah, I think he is going to love this. This is going to be, it's a new sweater. Forgot to write it down, but it'll be linked in the description box below. It is like, it's like the basic raglan or something like that. So it is fingering weight, but Doug's bust measurement, chest measurement is about, well, it's a few inches smaller than mine. But I'm going to be knitting I think I'm knitting 1 size down from what I would knit for myself. So it's not like I have to knit something much larger than I would normally. So I think it's going to go pretty quickly. That's what I'm hoping for, at least, because our anniversary is January 7th and I want to get his flax done for Christmas. We will see. Even if I have this on the needles and it's almost done by our anniversary, I'll call that a win. But I'm just going to focus on the flax for right now. Yeah. So that's one thing. And then Legacy Fiber Arts, they are two of my favorite ladies. I love Sue and Chelsea. I love their Christmas collections. I showed them last time. It's over here. Like, I feel like I'm scooting around all over the place. So, in my Christmas box of socks, which I showed you last time, I did find the second sock, by the way, if anybody was wondering. Yes, so when they did their Elf series, which I think was their first Christmas collection, and I saw this, I knew I had to have them. These are Legacy Fiber Arts, excuse me. I'm trying to speak while I'm yawning, and it's just not working. On their glitzy, is it? Yes, like glitzy toes, and it is Your Father's on the Naughty List, and this is from their Elf collection, which, like I said, I think it's from their first year that they did a Christmas collection, which is their first year of dyeing, and I love them. It's one of my favorite pairs of Christmas socks, and when they came out with this year's theme, I was like, oh, I have to buy something. And then I'm also a patron over on Chelsea Makes, because again, I like supporting other makers when I can. And yeah, so they gave us a special coupon code for their Thanksgiving week sale, and I had my eye on this colorway even before that, and I really wanted to purchase it. And the more I'm looking at it now, I'm just so happy I did. So this is It Smells Like Christmas, and it is the glitzy sock set. This purple looks like their Pop Fizzle colorway. It's like a bright, crazy neon. I don't know if I'm going to use this in the sock set. I might just do it plain all the way through like I did this pair, because I love it. Actually, I'm gonna open it up and show it to you, because there are certain spots. So one, the yarn butt is just so beautiful. It's just so pretty. Sue is very, very talented. Yeah, I love it. It feels very Christmassy. It's based off of The Grinch Stole Christmas, but the new animated version. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I hadn't seen it until I found out it was on Netflix. And so I watched it the other night, because this time of year is really the only time of year I really want to sit down and watch movies. It's usually not really my thing, but I sat down and I watched it, and it's one of the first lines spoken in Whoville is "It smells like Christmas," and it's just so happy and beautiful, and I'm so excited that I'm going to have a pair of Christmas socks out of this. Yes. I'm already excited for next year's Christmas collection, because I didn't get any... What other collections did they do? I think they did A Christmas Story, and then last year was Polar Express, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so my brain holds on to knowledge that is just not important, but that's just how it works. So just look at this beautiful... Yes, I'm really, really excited to cake these up. Once I finish my Christmas socks, this is the next pair of Christmas socks that I will be casting on. It'll be this and a skein of Sweet Sparrow in one of Jacqueline's sock patterns. So this will be a vanilla sock, and then my Sweet Sparrow Santa Baby, which is over there. I'm not going to scoot over again. I will show it next time, hopefully on a sock. Yes, so I purchased this, and then Eat Sleep Knit was having their annual surprise discount sale, and I like to do it every year. I like to grab a skein or two, and so I will show you that. It's supposed to arrive today. It's supposed to arrive Tuesday, but post office this time of year is so swamped, and I try not to be weird about it because I understand that it's just a lot of packages. So hopefully that will be here today. I'll show that to you next time as well. So real quick, let's talk about stress knits. I'm finally having a shop update on Tuesday, December 10th. It is a tentative time, I'm not sure yet, but there will be multiple sweater quantities of Mountain Mama on DK, single, and favorite. And then I will have some of my Advent colorways that have been released on full skeins. I have Dusk and Eucalyptus. Sweater quantities of both of those again on favorite, single, and DK. And then I have Ever Peach, which was day 1, and then Winter's Day, which was today, and then a colorway from the 9th. I think it's the 9th. That's this colorway that I have on favorite for socks because I think it's a good sock colorway. So those are coming, and I'm hoping to have one more update in December, and then I might do a big pre-order shop update in January just to kick off the new year with all of the new colorways that will be releasing during the month of December through Advent. So hopefully you'll be able to make it and see something that you love. Yeah. So with that, I'm going to knit on Doug's sweater while Eliza sleeps and just hang out, watch some vlogmas, and maybe watch a Christmas movie. So I will talk to you next week. Bye.